Kill the music.
Okay,
You have to get
so
everyone
episode
out.
5,
Now. He's coming.
remember it, is the first
What's
A
going on?
plus episode. I don't know what to say. It's great.
So sorry.
So we start off with a recap, showing Cable going to the future, Jean's vision of an evil future or a dangerous future where lots of people die. And we have Rogue, Magneto, and Gambit flying to Genosha as Genosha officially has joined the UN. And for the first half of the episode, it feels like just a bit of political intrigue. We see what is very close to the Quiet Council if you paid attention to Powers of 10 in the Xmen comics for the last 3 or so years. We see Sebastian Shaw, Emma Frost, Banshee, we see even Mara McTaggart, and I'm like, wait a minute, are they just ripping off the comics right now? And it felt a little bit like that, where they wanted Magneto to become the Chancellor of Genosha, aka the public facing leader, even though the Quiet Council would be running behind the scenes. Back in New York, we see Jean and Wolverine talking as Jean is trying to figure out which memories are hers and which memories are Madeline Pryor's. We have a reporter going around interviewing the X-Men, interviewing Jubilee, interviewing Cyclops, interviewing Beast, and during the interview with Cyclops gets so upset that he sounds very much like Magneto, where he says that you are normal and you're very lucky, because if mutants were like you wouldn't be alive, which I don't think Cyclops would generally say, but I can see where they're going for. Like, Cyclops right now is explaining that he's very upset that he no longer has his child and is passing that upsetness onto the reporter. But as the episode continues, there is the gala, and again, if you paid attention to what the gala occurred in the comics, then the gala that occurs in Genosha, when you have a Quiet Council, tends not to go so well. And we see the Tri-Sentinel attack. But before the Tri-Sentinel attacks, we see Cable. We see Cable show up and try to tell his mom to turn off the music. I don't understand what the music itself would have done. Maybe the music was being played so loud that they couldn't hear the Sentinel approach. But we see Cable show up trying to save everyone in Genosha, but shows up a little bit too late. One other thing that I wanted to say before I go back to the Sentinels is apparently Cyclops and Madeline Pryor have been talking through their psychic connection, and Jean found out and she's super upset, saying that that was Cyclops and Jean's thing. And Cyclops asked her point blank, do you still love me or do you just remember loving me? Because they're different. But yeah, back to Cable trying to warn his mother. Then Cable's computer goes off saying it's too late. He's here. I'm guessing that he was the Sentinel.
I can't.
We have Rogue. We have Nightcrawler saving Rogue, Magneto, and Gambit, teleporting them out and getting shot in the back by the Sentinel. We have them saying that the Morlocks are right below where the Sentinel is, and they go off and try and rescue the Morlocks. Gambit and Rogue do some very slick moves, and we eventually see the Sentinel name Magneto as an Omega level threat, and then it says the Omega level threat is eliminated. I don't know if that means they're going to kill Magneto, because unlike the comics, they don't have resurrection for mutants yet. But yeah, this is an A+ episode. It's great. Um, I really like how they buffed Gambit, because in the past it always looked like Gambit couldn't take on Sentinels by himself, but that's no longer the case. Let's just say that's no longer the case. Great episode, A+, best episode they've had so far. This is up there with Days of Future Past and all the best episodes they've had in the original series. Um, I would have been fine with it if it had just stayed political and then they like hinted at the Sentinels or the Sentinels showed up in the next episode. But like putting it together like this in one um, just makes it that much better. This episode was 37 minutes long. I started to feel that it was getting a little bit long, not in a bad way, just that it felt like a longer episode. Felt almost like it was going to an hour, and I was loving every minute of it. Um, Best episode of the season, best episode so far, arguably better than almost any episode in the past. Um, this has been great. Thanks. Have a good day.